Everyone using XRP is welcome to come back to the crypto channel whenever they feel the need. I appreciate everyone's continued support, and with a lot of exciting things happening right now, let's see what's happening with XRP today. Don't hesitate, let's do this right away, and stay put until the very end. If you haven't already, click the red subscribe button to join the crypto team. Now, let's take a broader view of why we should wait. Ladies and gentlemen, that does look wonderful. The cryptocurrency markets are really heating up right now. By the way, I should say that it's no secret that you may check it once a week. To wrap things up, I'm happy to report that XRP's value has climbed 1.6% in USD and 1.9% in Bitcoin, and the market value is getting closer and closer to $140 billion, 0 cents. And as is typical, there are $6 billion, 0 cents worth of exchanges every 24 hours. Now, however, please be aware that nothing shown on this channel should be construed as advice for running a business. Before you invest any money into cryptocurrency, you should, like any other investment, you should always conduct your own research. Managing assets valued at $10 trillion, 0 cents. Upon BlackRock's arrival, we will examine the regulations that govern the approval of exchange-traded funds, ETFs, as well as the topics of staking options, tokenization, and the upcoming meeting of the SEC Crypto Task Force. I think it will happen because people know it's not just about Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're interested in a piece of the action because they know it involves other digital assets. At this point, they also know it involves a wide variety of financial assets. There has been ongoing discussion on the channel about this topic for a while now, and I think things will take a more serious turn when companies like Fidelity and BlackRock get involved. I also think the president is making it worse, so it will happen soon. Switzerland's government has announced that trade talks between the US and China are currently underway in the country. If the two biggest economies in the world reach an agreement, it will undoubtedly be a fascinating subject for discussion. Although tariffs are not desirable, it would be beneficial if the two countries work together to find a solution. Now that we're back on this subject, it's worth noting that Donald Trump made a statement about this very matter only 2 days ago, which greatly affected the cryptocurrency markets, suggesting that now's a good time to buy stocks. Would he be aware that there's a chance for a transaction to happen if they do manage to understand things? If you've been watching my channel, you might have noticed that I have been harping on the significance of resolving the tariff problem. Do they share my belief that the market will respond positively to this development? Lauren Ripple, Ripple's worldwide co-head of policy, explains in under a minute why it's crucial to, at the same time that Ripple is becoming the most important thing in the cryptocurrency industry, we must work together with regulators and policymakers in Washington, D.C. and around the world to create an atmosphere that is smart and responsible for the growth of cryptocurrency innovation. Can you remember the specifics of how they launched RLUSD, have been trying to get more people to use cryptocurrency, and have been filing for regulatory approval? They also pay attention to compliance, which they see as very important, and I think it will help them a lot in the future. In the context of big companies investing in Bitcoin, Goldman Sachs announced that it had $1.65 billion, 0 cents, in spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. Before we get into that, though, let's go back a little bit to when big companies like Goldman Sachs weren't interested in Bitcoin. Discovering this product today, their popularity has skyrocketed. You should remember this one because it's great. Also, Chad mentioned that new BlackRock crypto ETFs are on the way, and I completely agree with him. I've been making jokes about this for a long time, but it's true. I've been thinking about posting about something on my channel for a while now, and I think we're getting closer and closer to it. Check out this health business plan from SimplySticks and tell us how you think XRP will be used by this Florida pharmacy distributor called SimplySticks. Just lately, the firm unveiled as a public healthcare organization, we aim to be among the first to adopt this strategy, which involves using XRP as a bank reserve currency and a real-time payment infrastructure. This is becoming the norm as Bitcoin is held by many organizations, including Bitcoin exchanges, exchange-traded funds, ETFs. You should also be aware that this will happen when XRP goes live. Now let's talk about the item's price. Specifically, we'd like you to give us an update on where the price stands right now and what we can expect based on there's been a significant reduction from 65.5% to 63.4% recorded, suggesting that the price will fall by around 2%. This is a very positive sign of the power that is present. Check out XRP for yourself, even though Bitcoin's price has stayed mostly the same. If you know anything about dominance and how it relates to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, you won't be surprised to hear that the cryptocurrency markets are seeing a dramatic increase in growth. The XRP cryptocurrency has been vanished. Staying away from us now costs $245.00 because they are incredibly powerful. We are trying levels that we haven't seen since March 26th, as I've already mentioned. Level 23.6 is important to keep an eye on, as I've mentioned hundreds of times before. Additionally, since we have broken free of our confinement, this wick was all that was needed of us. Now that we have accomplished this, I expect it to begin moving toward 23.6 and fill up that wick, considering that it is now giving us support. Taking into account the total number of hours worked, it is evident that we garnered a profit of about $242.00. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing here, and I appreciate all of your help, and we're currently receiving aid from the same organization. Can you tell me where you see XRP going from here? In your opinion, where do you see the price of XRP going from here? In your opinion, what do you think the price of XRP will be when 2025 comes to a close? Please inform me in the comments section above how you two are doing. I want you to know how much I've noticed the love you share. Always be there for each other. Never stop showing your support. And know that your trusted companion CryptoZX has your back with these daily reports.